Homegrown Hunter TV is brought to you by Rack Stacker, Canada's leader in big game attractants. Campbellford Chrysler, a small town dealer with a huge inventory. And Huckabones Equipment, Ottawa Valley's Kubota dealer. Altan Outdoor Solutions, Badlands Packs and Apparel, Bishop Lake Outdoors, Spy Point Trail Cameras, Nature of Design Signs and Graphics, and the original portable winch.
Welcome to the Homegrown Hunter TV. I'm Tyrel, and today you'll see my archery whitetail hunt, and Steve and I are heading to Iowa. In the latter part of October, Steve had joined me for a bow hunt and had this great tom come up beside us, followed by a young buck cutting the field behind us. Last summer, I put some rack stacker food plots in. The deer loved it, but once that frost hit, they wouldn't stop coming to it. I then decided to go out on a solo hunt and put some entice out. Just wait till you see what happens. By scattering the entice into the air and over the ground, it'll help with dispersing the scent and flavors to draw in the game. It also will help keep them around long enough for a shot. On the top right corner of the screen, you'll see a buck wanting to come in, but he cuts to my right. It looks like he's about to do a J-hook. Steve Elmy's going to talk about that right now.
And now, this week's Cut to the Chase segment, brought to you by Rack Stacker.
So, using the dirt here, I'm going to draw a diagram of how that whitetail buck is going to use his nose in order to come to the stand. Okay, so let's just say this spot right here is going to be Tyrel. That's where he's sitting. Now the angle, he's actually looking this way, and the deer was coming up from around here. You can see him cross the top right part of the screen. You can see that he went to the right, and he was actually going to completely pass him, but in fact, where I think most people make the mistake is patiently waiting for a mature whitetail buck. Because what's going to happen is this is the food plot, and then he's got that entice and the protein block right in the middle of the food plot. Now what the deer's going to do is called a J-hook, where he's going to come across the top of the screen and completely circle downwind of the plot. That's the J-hook we're talking about right there. The deer comes down and uses his nose in order to catch the scent of maybe estrus does that are there, potential bucks, or any threats that might be in there. And because the wind direction, before Tyrel got in there, the wind direction is coming from the north to the northwest, which is blowing his scent this direction. So the deer's going to circle down around, come back in, and head directly towards that bait. And that's where entice is going to help everybody out. But you have to look at the J-hook every single time you go to hunt. Now from a viewer standpoint, what you don't know is that the right side of Tyrel is a heavy, thick bush. So the deer's going to use that bush for good cover and try and downwind scent him. The wind is actually casting over top of a big open field behind him, which is fantastic because it keeps that deer in the heavy bush. Now let's see what Tyrel does for the rest of the evening.
Being a very windy night, I wanted to ensure the buck committed before any shots. As you can tell, he's a little jumpy. I knew I hit him good, but the blood was a little less than what I would like. Backing out never hurt my feelings. I'll wait for a few hours. I was out hunting tonight on my property. Put in a bunch of food plots this year. Hard work. Got rack stacker food plots in. Put some entice out when I got out here. Super windy night. He was a little spooky when he came in, but got this really nice 6-point. Nice mature deer. Really excited.
You prepare for it all year long with the intent to fill your tag. Strategy, setup, and long sits are all part of the game. And when Mother Nature settles in for the late season, it's important to be comfortable. Not even her elements can stop you from obtaining your end goal. Don't jeopardize that opportunity. Get yourself into an Altan ground blind or tree stand. Altan Outdoors, your first front in the hunt. Located in Cloyne, Ontario, Bishop Lake Outdoors is the largest Browning gun and accessory dealer in the area. Bishop Lake Outdoors has a large selection of guns to choose from, including rifles, muzzle loaders, shotguns, and it's the area's only authorized Excalibur dealer. Celebrating 20 years in business serving the community. Stop in and see the staff at Bishop Lake Outdoors.
Welcome back to Homegrown Hunter TV. Steve and I are headed to Iowa now, and we're gonna visit some friends on a farm and see what we can do about some doe management. And maybe even harvest a mature buck. On our way in, on the first day, there was a shooter buck with his back against us. We'll explain later why we didn't shoot. Jim was pouring out some fixation to get the does to come in close for a shot, as they are heavily populated. Knowing Jim was hungry, we offered him a Canadian candy bar to fill the hunger.
Yeah, it's a real exotic candy bar there, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty wondrous how I'm still eating it.
It wasn't long, and we had the first doe step out to feed on the fix.
Down she goes.
We were on a doe mission tonight to help with the population. Another one came to our left. We collected our bounty and headed for camp to settle in. The first morning, we had a chance to speak to Mark about his management goals. He suggested taking a few does, and if the opportunity came up on one of his shooter bucks, he would allow us to shoot. We were being guided by Jim Irvin while we were there, as he was aware of the deer that Mark didn't want harvested. Some fresh entice spread in the field, and we'll be good for the sit. First deer in was a doe. We're going to let doe pass for this morning. We're looking for a shooter buck for Steve to harvest. It was shaping up to be a beautiful morning and was nice to see deer this early.
Between the two trees. Oh, yeah. There's a doe crossing, beating his way across.
In the distance, to our left, we could see deer in the field at 300 plus yards. The land here is very diverse with rolling hills and cover. When this guy stepped in, I think we all got shook up. We weren't expecting something of this caliber.
There's another one. There's another one.
Two giant bucks coming in on a string. It would be a lifetime to see this in Ontario. This is an early October hunt, and to see these bucks traveling together was a surprise, but you can see they don't get too close to each other.
I'll shoot either one. This one's on limits. Just take that one. Oh, he's a super tall mainframe 10. He's got a cool kind of a T2 on the right side. Oh, so he's recording a tall
You're likely wondering why he hasn't shot, but Jim is trying to get a hold of Mark to see what buck they want shot. These are both awesome bucks.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by the original portable winch. Compact, lightweight, and can be carried anywhere. Huckabones Equipment in Cobden, Ontario has received multiple excellence awards for service, quality, and selection. When it comes to Kubota equipment in the Ottawa Valley, Huckabones is your go-to. You can rely on Kubota to get the job done year-round. From excavators, lawnmowers, to compact tractors, Huckabones goes the distance to ensure customer satisfaction. Be sure to check out huckabones.com to see their full line of quality equipment. Centrally located between Toronto and Ottawa is Eastern Ontario's premier supplier of all-purpose cargo trailers. At First Place, we sell specialty trailers such as car haulers, quad trailers, snowmobile trailers, or customize your own by coming to see us for all your accessory needs. We also specialize in the complete stealth lineup, located just south of the 401 in Brighton, Ontario. Visit firstplacetrailer.ca.
Welcome back. Steve is patiently waiting a response from the landowner. Their goals for this farm are to have mainframe typical deer, but we don't want to make the mistake of shooting this cool non-typical.
Hey, do my text. He's old. He's so much, that big thing that's in that field that I've got pictures of. He's in the field too. He's probably gonna get stuck. Even more so now. Oh, he's at that one. But wait till you see the footage of these deer in this field. So, all right, we're gonna talk it over. If you hear a gunshot, it's us. All right.
We got a green light on the older non-typical. Now, Steve has to wait for him to turn broadside.
He's just going to town on that football. This is wicked footage, man. Okay, ready, Ty.
You can clearly see that we've been hunting over food plots on both hunts, and on both occasions had fantastic deer coming to it. It doesn't have to be a large food plot. The one right beside me here is 1/8 of an acre. It's got field edge here, and field edge can produce up to 40,000 pounds of digestible food for your deer. It's very simple to do. In fact, most Kubota dealers will rent you equipment if you don't have any to get this type of result. Or give Superbuck a try. It's a clover, alfalfa, and brassica blend that has proven right across Canada from coast to coast. This one here, a 5-pound bag, will do half an acre in size, and you will get results like this because you've got Rack Stacker staff to back you up and help you with any questions you may have.
Spy Point Trail Cameras, the official trail camera of the Homegrown Hunter TV and the Rack Stacker Elite staff.
This is Outdoor Country, and this is Help Out Your Neighbor Country. Hi, I'm Tom Wallace from Campbellford Chrysler, where we support Homegrown Hunter TV. We believe in our local community. We're committed to our customers. We take our vehicles as seriously as you do your hunting. We're here to make you look good and get through that rough terrain. If we don't have the new or used vehicle you're looking for, we'll get it at the price that will keep you coming back. Come home to the small town dealership with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Campbellford Chrysler, Grand Road South. Proud supporter of Homegrown Hunter TV.
My name is Jim Way from Corbyville, Ontario. Been using the Rack Stacker feeds, minerals, protein blocks for 3-4 years now, and major results. This guy was a just typical 8 last year, and he jumped this year. Can't be any happier than that.
I suggest you guys give it a try. Your results will improve.
That deer turned just before the shot. For the next 10 minutes, he ate and ate and ate and ate. Then finally turned broadside again. That was a long wait to finally have a shot at that deer, but goes to show you that if you're patient, there's no reason to take a bad shot angle.
Right here. He's right here. Oh, brother. Look at the mass on that deer, dude. Ready for this? There you go, brother. First Iowa whitetail. Rock Ridge Outfitters, right there, buddy. Holy smokes.
God, he's got some mass.
Wow.
He's just not wide. That's the only thing he's
No, he's
missing.
super tight, man.
When you're looking at him, you couldn't.
My biggest to date.
Last night I said, well, he's narrower than I thought he was. There's another picture of his body is so big.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, brother. Hold the ball.
Shot it with her gun.
Oh, good.
Well,
Another one down with it.
Use your tiny.
Oh, yeah.
The drag uphill wasn't pleasant, but we worked as a team and got it back to camp. We unloaded the tote of rack stacker for them and enjoyed the rest of the day.
For past episodes, be sure to check out hghtv.ca. Until next time.